Hello, it's the Beginner Crafter and welcome to my Crochet and Crafts Tube video. Today I don't have much, I'll be honest, because I only have 3 projects made or worked on. 2 of them are crochet and 1 is actually my happy planner. So not really a lot of crafts. I did use some stickers and decorate my happy planner, but other than that, really crafts weren't my thing in the last 2 weeks. The school year starting just overwhelmed me a little bit at the beginning, so I'm just getting back to my track with a lot of things. So next time I will be able to show you more, but this time just really 3 things. So the first thing I did was to finish Eddie the Yeti, more or less, because I did not put the safety eyes. The safety eyes that were included in the box, because this is the mascot or the amigurumi from the Crochet Society box, and everything is included in there for the projects. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to close them. They just, this plastic thing that sort of makes the eye, you know, like stick to the fabric so that you put it from the back of the fabric so that it stops it from moving. I just really couldn't put it on, and the safety eye was so small that I wasn't really able to, you know, put enough pressure and not make it move. And I just couldn't really put it. So I figured I would stitch, like embroider the eyes. Well, now that I've stuffed it, I don't think it's going to be easy because I'm not sure how I would, you know, put a knot from the back to sort of block it from unraveling. So I think I'll try to find the eyes that you can stick, like glue onto the fabric, although I only probably have big ones and I would need small ones, or I will use felt and stick it onto the face, because really those safety eyes, I just really couldn't work them out. The Yeti itself isn't perfect because the horns are like not symmetrical really. I just couldn't really find the best place to put them, and I tried to make them as well as I could, but it didn't work that well. And also the face is a little like diagonal, not straight, but since he's kind of a monster I think it doesn't cause any trouble. I think there isn't enough stuffing in there. I mean, I used the whole pack that was included in the box, but for my liking, it's probably not enough, and it's not as fluffy as it could be. But then again, I haven't made too many amigurumi, so it's maybe just the way you do it, or maybe my Yeti is a little bigger than it was predicted, and that's why. There wasn't enough stuffing, so that's how it goes. So that's what I made. The body itself is okay. I'm pretty proud of the way I've stitched the hole here, that you can't really see much of it being stitched or sewn. The rest, yeah, it was practice. It was good practice. And I quite like the Yeti itself, so yeah, I was thinking about giving it to my friend's son for his birthday, but now that it's not so perfect, I'm not sure if I want to do it, so maybe he'll stay with me and just be the reminder of the work that I did. Okay, the second project is a scrunchie that it's my first scrunchie ever. So I used a scrap yarn, and it's very horse, I would say. It's not smooth at all, and it's not really soft, but I just wanted to use something that I wouldn't really miss to try making the scrunchie. So the color is also maybe not the most appealing. And the problem I had was that my hairbands all have this kind of metal binding, and it just difficult to crochet over, and you can see it kind of, I mean, not kind of, quite a lot. But the scrunchie itself is really easy to make. There might be some mistakes, although I don't think so, because it's really basic thing. So I'm planning to make a lot of them. And I found a use for the yarn that was left over, for example, from Eddie the Yeti or other Crochet Society boxes projects. Also, there is one box where I can't really find anything interesting from the project patterns that are inside. So I'll probably use this yarn because it's white and I don't know what to call it, mint, sort of light green blue color. So I could use that yarn. It's bigger than, like, heavier than this one, and of course than this one. So it could be very, very nice to touch and on your hair. I'll just have to figure out how to stop this from showing, because I'm afraid my hair would, you know, catch on this and then tangle between the stitches. But I think with thicker yarn it could be avoided much easier. And I'll try and just make some designs of those scrunchies. I mean, this is a basic one. It's just double stitches or single stitches if you use the American terminology, and treble stitches or double stitches, and that's it. Well, of course, and chains and slip knots or slip stitches, but other than that it's really basic. But I want to see if I can make other stuff, other types of scrunchies. So I'm going to work on it and maybe show it to you sometime. I don't know if you would be interested in any tutorials, but yeah, that's something that took me 25 minutes in total, together with weaving in the ends. So very, very simple, but useful. And I have a plan of attack for a craft, because my craft pod, my winter 2019 craft pod came. I reached out to Jo from the company to remind her that when we talked in March, I think, maybe the beginning of April, we realized that the delivery company just made a mistake and didn't deliver it to me. They didn't even try to deliver it to me. They said it was because there wasn't my phone number in the details of the address, but I don't think they even tried to deliver. So they sent it back. And now I asked Jo to, because Jo said that she would send it over, and she asked me if I wanted it then or like around the next box. So I said that, you know, around the next box is fine. But during the summer one, I think it slipped her mind. So I reached out again, and she sent it to me without any troubles. She even apologized for the problem, but, you know, I understand that this was not her fault, and I'm super grateful that they really decided to send it again. And here there is some cross-stitching project, so I'll do it on floss tube, or yeah, but there also is some crafts, and these are some kind of pencils that I've never used before. They're quite heavy, and I don't yet know what they're used for, But the project is a collage, and I haven't made a collage since primary school. So yeah, it's winter and we're not yet in autumn. Yeah, I think autumn begins like tomorrow or in the next 2 days. So maybe winter is still a bit too far ahead, but I'm going to make it soon. This is the cross stitch thing. But yeah, these are the things to use. Can you see how delicate the print is? It's just great. And here as well, just sort of added texture to it. So this is what I'm going to make. Oh, there are other stuff as well. This is what I'm going to make for next time, I hope. I think I'll be able to find the time and energy to do all that. And then I'll have some more to show you when it comes to crafts. Because, yeah, this time it was just crochet. Okay, and the last thing to show is my happy planner. And in here I did decorate a bit more. Just let me find where. Oh, this is where September begins. So I added a few stickers because I decided to go on a diet, and just these were the last days to treat myself and end the diet. Which I don't like at all. I also added some stickers here and here, the detox, and that I used. And today is hard because it's the beginning of the diet. And also Wednesday is a pretty difficult day for me. I just have a lot of classes here. And on Sunday I decided to just have a sticker take care of you, because Sunday is the only day when I don't have any classes or any work, maybe except for like recording and editing the videos. But other than that, Sundays are free, and that's the like take care day for me. And so for the next week, I've improved the system a little bit, because here I wrote my classes like one below the other, very leaving very little space in between. And here I decided to just make them fill the whole space, just to give me space to write something in between, because sometimes I do have to take some notes. And I've decided to use the stickers from the start, so just keep going, because Wednesday. Then on Thursday is pretty nice because I only have 3 lessons at work. Then I have just 1 lesson from my private lessons and my own Finnish lesson, but that's mostly fun and not really much work. I also don't have to wake up very early because I start at 12:30, 12:30. So just keep going for Wednesday as the middle of the week, and it's one of the hardest days. Then just breathe on Friday, because it's also a long day for me. I start at 8 and I finish at 7:30 p.m. I don't really go home in between. I do have 2 free periods at school, but later on I just keep going until very late in the evening. So just breathe. Then on Saturday I only have my private lessons and a downtime on Sunday. And I can't believe this is the last spread for September. There are a few days, of course, still in September, but they are moved in the October section. And I just, I can't believe we're already almost into October. yeah, the time is flowing so fast for me, mainly because I work so long. Here I also finish after 8 p.m. So there are days when I really don't have much time in the evening to just focus on crafts. So that's probably a difficult year for me. It's going to be, and also I thought to plan for the next week as well, because when I have classes, I like tell to my students when we're going to have the next test, for example. And I need to write it down because otherwise I will forget it, or I might forget it. So it would be good to have the next week also planned, at least for my school notes, the school part. But we might have a change of timetable, and I'm not happy about it at all, because I've managed to put all my private lessons like according to my schedule, and if it changes too much or in the wrong way, it's going to ruin everything, because there's a lot of negotiating between students to just, you know, fit everyone. And now all this work can get undone, which I'm not really happy about. But we'll see what the next week brings. You know, just keep going and just breathe. I guess that's my mantra for the next couple of days. I'm really liking the Happy Planner more and more. It works really well. It doesn't take a lot of time to fill it up, like to pre-plan it, because, you know, the boxes are made for you. And if I need any kind of decoration, I can do it, but I don't have to. It works well. I have my Happy Notes pages at the back, so if I need any more space, I can just get there and take it and move it. Oh, there aren't too many left, so I'll have to remember about that. I have my budget stuff here. Also, I'll need one more section. Oh, that's what I'm going to need. I need one more section right now, which is meal planning. I never used it before because I hate planning what to eat. I really am a person who decides on the spot, kind of. But since I'm on a diet and my dietitian just told me what I can eat, what I shouldn't eat, and that I shouldn't repeat the protein during the day. And I have a few options of protein for each meal, but I'm a picky eater, so I won't eat all of the options. So I need to plan beforehand what I need to buy and what I'm going to eat, what I need to prepare, because on Fridays I have to take my lunch with me to work because I don't go home. I have the time to eat lunch, and I can even use the school's microwave to heat it up, so I know that I can make something warm to eat. So I need to do it on Thursday. And also, for now I don't have any days. Tuesday could become a day because I still have one student that I want to move around a bit. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays might become days when I also need to take lunch with me. But anyway, I need to have products prepared and bought. So I will need another section in my planner. So this is going to really be a Franken plan, because there's going to be normal planning, school planning, and budget planning, and meal planning. So a lot of planning, and I don't know. But I like it, really. This is the most universal system, I think, in the world. And it's really well made. Like, the only thing I could wish for is that it were cheaper and more easily available in my country. But other than that, it's fantastic. I think I'm going to also invest in the metal discs, because I can already see some of the paint is like scratching away from the plastic ones, but I'm having really high hopes for Happy Planner and its future in my life. Okay, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really like to know that you like my videos. If you want to see my progress in all the crafts that I'm making, so crochet or other crafts like from CraftBot subscription boxes, and also floss tube and planning, consider subscribing to the video, to the channel, and see you next time. Bye!